about the process, how you work, but let's start going through the songs which the fans picked, and then I want to hear how these things are put together. I'm going to start with number 6 out of 6 songs, okay? This is a song that was in Eurovision Song Contest 1987, the German entry. It's called Lass die Sonne in dein Herz. How's my German? Is it okay?
Let the sunshine in your heart.
Let the sunshine in your heart, yes. And as you can see here, the band was called Wind. It was a German band. They'd been in, this was the second time they'd been in Eurovision when they came with your song. They'd been once before, and then they came again once after in Malmö of all places. I think what I'd like to do is, I want to remind the audience of the song and how great it was, and why it's become a fan favorite, and then let's talk a little bit about what your experience was when you produced this in Brussels. So yeah, let's see the
Wind, un groupe qui n'est pas inconnu des spectateurs de l'Eurovision, puisqu'en 1985, il représentait déjà l'Allemagne à 2 fois. Back in the Eurovision Song Contest, Wind, a refreshing band with Petra, Cristiano, Alain, Andy, Sammy, and Robert.
They still took time to announce.
I think it's amazing her ears didn't fall off. It's amazing her ears didn't fall off.
Look now, Laszlo is directing. His conducting is so sweet. Wasn't that beautiful?
If you know the song, feel free to sing along.
Schick die See zum Himmelwärts. Gib dem Traum ein bisschen Freiheit. Lass die Sonne in dein Herz. Manchmal bist du traurig und weißt nicht warum. 1000 kleine Kleinigkeiten machen dich ganz stumm. Du hast das vergessen, wie das ist, ein Mensch zu sein. Du bist nicht allein. Lass die Sonne in dein Herz. Schick die Sehnsucht himmelwärts. Gib dem Traum ein bisschen Freiheit. Lass die Sonne in dein Herz. Manchmal in den Nächten macht der Sonne dich blind. Und Gefühle sterben wie ein Kerzenlicht im Wind. Und der Mut vergeht dir, nimmt die Angst den Wind nicht ein. Du bist nicht allein. Lass die Sonne in dein Herz. Schick die Sehnsucht himmelwärts. Gib dem Traum ein bisschen Freiheit. Lass die Sonne in dein Herz. Du musst an dich glauben, mitleid, was du kannst. Und du musst dein Leben lieben, denn du hast nur eins. Niemand will im Schatten stehen, geh ins Licht hinein. Du bist nicht allein. Lass die Sonne in dein Herz. Schick die Sehnsucht himmelwärts. Geh ins Licht mit offenen Augen. Lass die Sonne in dein Herz.
One more time.
Lass die Sonne in dein Herz. Schick die Sehnsucht himmelwärts. Gib dem Traum ein bisschen Freiheit.
Lass the sunshine. Lass the sunshine. Lass the sunshine. I've been lucky enough to meet a lot of people here, a lot of artists that are, most of them are new to the contest, or maybe they've been here like once before, 2004, 2006. I haven't met anyone and gotten an opinion, and you would be the best person to ask this question. You said to me while this video was on that this was a live track. It was playing live as they were.
It was not only live. I'm still astounded it sounds so good, you know? Because, I mean, you saw Laszlo Benga conducting, which I loved, you know, because he was so very nice. He's Hungarian, you know, he's real nice guy, great musician, you know. But the brass and everything, the orchestra was live, you know.
And now
we just had the five sounding rhythm track, which is, and I don't know if you recognize the little guy in black, who that was. That was Rob from Milli Vanilli. Yes.
And see, I was going to surprise the audience with that fact.
Yeah. The problem is he's not.
That was like my big thing.
He's not having to come. He's already in heaven. You know.
Yeah.
This is the stories, and I remember when we won in Nuremberg. That was a song which I wrote under Peter Elverson.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Not under my name, and then we changed it. But then I said, well, for the Eurovision, we have to make it a little bit more, let's say, raggy, you know. So I asked Rob to come along with us, and he said, yeah. But they worked 1 week on those steps. They did 1 week with an English choreographer, especially big one from London, who's into reggae. You know, it's not so easy to. Sometimes looks so easy when they do boop, boop, boop. Most of the musicians are no dancers, you know. No. They're singers, you know. But then I asked them.
Yeah, surprisingly, a lot of musicians don't have any actually rhythm in their feet.
But that was
a lot of musicians, they can't dance. That's the interesting thing.
They don't have to dance. You know, some people don't have to dance. They're such great singers, you know. I mean, today everybody judges everything by Michael Jackson, you know. In the old days, people just stood there and sang, which is also okay.
But I want to know this. The first time you had a song in the contest without the live orchestra playing was 1999. This was still the days when there was an orchestra and there was live music. And now, years have gone by in the Eurovision Song Contest, 15 years without a live orchestra. Do you miss it, or does it make a difference?
Yes and no.
Tell me why.
First of all, the atmosphere was nice. I mean, I remember Les Humphries or whoever it was, they came down, they were introduced, the conductor was introduced, he had the feeling of here comes the conductor, he comes down, as you said here, he said 1, 2, 3, the musicians stood there. It was some kind of emotion, and then naturally you always have different arrangements. Live, it was a different flair. Today you hear almost all the sounds sound very equal, they have the same synthesizer, the same bass drum, the same
rhythms from garage.
Thank God, not the same singer, you know. The singer still makes it, you know. It's still a song, I believe, hopefully, for everybody. But it was different arrangement and different atmosphere, and you saw the strings playing and you heard them, you know. Now, 80% of the strings are done by computer anyway, or by some how do you say, some.
But do you work, when you worked with Valentina on her 3 songs, are you still starting with the piano and doing everything on the piano, or are you working with things that are more digital, electronic?
I work with both. For me, the song still is somehow created, like in the old days, on the guitar or on the piano. Okay. I sit at night on the piano, I sit with Mauro, or I sit by myself, or with my wife, I play with my wife. Thank God my wife is here tonight, you know? Where's she? I have so many angels around me tonight, you know? I'm very lucky, you know?
Because I think when I listened to, I read a very scary article about the songwriters for Rihanna, the singer. And Rihanna has an album that comes out every 11 months on schedule. She records songs when she stops somewhere, and one of her main songwriters, an American woman, she gets the lyrics by writing down phrases that she hears in a magazine, and then to some kind of rhythm which a producer creates for her, totally digitally, she just improvises over it, raps over it, and then comes up with the songs. And that to me, that doesn't sound like a craft to me. I think songwriting is a craft.
Why not? I mean,
do you think that's okay to be able to create songs?
Yes, I think it's also okay, because I think music, in the end, has to be, if it's not instrumental, it has to come out from a mouth, you know? And somebody has to stand there and has to present himself, give his personality there, you know? And people, the more, let's say, the more known you are, the more they get into your private life, they get into your feelings. And you cannot only spit out things which don't come from their heart, you know? So naturally, if you remember Kraftwerk, she ist ein Model und sie sieht gut aus. Yes?
They were just
That's
here
also
actually. in
style.
Copenhagen
Yeah,
a few weeks
this
ago.
style was very modern and it was worldwide interesting what happened to them. And if you take a great musician like
Not Rihanna, that's for sure.
no, Stockhausen. I'm talking about Stockhausen now.
Mm.
You know, Stockhausen, who started this so-called electronic music today. You know, that's basic Schönberg. You know, it's a question when you have a great little blues guitar player sitting down in New Orleans and he plays a song just on a guitar down there and he's enjoying it. It's also music. You know, music is emotions. Music is melody. Thank God.
So the process,
Sometimes harmony, sometimes very little harmony.
so the process doesn't make any difference to you, because I read that article and I just said, this is a factory. This isn't a song. This comes from nothing.
I think you have to be very tolerant to music, you know? Some people make music with just, as I said, a little for ukulele, and the biggest hit we had in the last 4 years was Somewhere Over the Rainbow,
Yeah.
written by a big orchestra, you know, big orchestra, symphony orchestra, and Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and then he goes, the guy with the ukulele sing, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and people loved it, you know? It's emotional, it's lyrics, which I always think is very important, what you want to give to the people, what you want to feel, and then you can do it a small orchestrated way, a big orchestrated way. Naturally, everybody loves violins, but sometimes it's too many violins, you know?
Yes.